Good morning everyone, it's RJ here, and today is a Green Day recap for a Wednesday, so that's always good. I do apologize for not posting in a while. I was actually on vacation with the girlfriend, so we were in Asheville, North Carolina, so that was a good trip away. I wish I was as legit as Andrew, who is climbing the mountains right now and still day trading and doing recaps when he can. So hashtag goals for the future, but for now I can't. I'm not as good. So I had a little break and traded today. Took some starter sizes on X and NIO and had really good entries on both the long and the short position. So let's go ahead and let's do this recap. I'll show you guys my entries and let's go from there. Let's go ahead and go through the recaps. So the cleanest trade I had was X, and this is actually the first time I've traded X, so this was very interesting for me, but as you can tell, it had really good follow through everywhere. So let's go ahead and break this down. So right from opening, we had a nice opening range breakdown past VWAP all the way down here. So I actually took an entry around let's see here. This is much easier for me to see if I do it this way. So around, I want to say 26, let's say 26.35. That's when I took my first entry on this huge opening range breakdown candle. And from here, I took some partials over here on 26.25, so on the 10-cent mark, and then 26.13-ish, so or 26.05 almost looks like. So partialed here, and then saw that it was still very weak, so I just went ahead and re-added around 25.90, and then took a big portion here on this candle, which is around 25.78. So good short positions there, and then I pretty much covered everything here around the 25.90 mark. After my whole short position was covered, I did see and took a small position long because this was an engulfing pattern, so maybe it was a sign of reversal. So I took a small position long around, let's just say $26, and then it kept going up. So this engulfing pattern, so the small starter position I had was like, okay, so I had a little bit of conviction that it will continue, so I went ahead and added here when it broke VWAP, right? So I first re-add to my starter position, which was just super small, it's like 100 shares, and then I re-added here for the break of VWAP, and then once it broke VWAP, I added more. Okay, so my cost basis around this whole entire area was around 26.15. Okay, so it was a super good cost basis. So took my first partial at 26.38, and then took another partial here at 26.50, and then kind of just rode this up, and then took a large portion, almost all out, here at 26.88. Now it did start to pull back, and I went all out right here at around 26.45. Now it did have this tail. You can't see it here because of these arrows, but it did have a nice tail on the 5-minute chart. And so I thought that it was just bouncing off VWAP, so it had support over here. So I did re-enter long around previous day close. That's what this dashed line is a previous day close. And so I re-added at 26.64, and then as you can see here, this was a nice move upwards. So I just pretty much partialed the entire time. So re-added at 26.64, partialed at 26.75, partial at 26.88, and then was all out pretty much by 27.14. So X was an awesome trade. This is, like I said, this was the first time I traded X, but this treated me very well. Now, coincide X, ticker symbol X, I also did trade NIO. Now, NIO opening was super choppy, and I'll walk you guys through exactly what happened here. You guys are gonna be like, wow, that's pretty brutal. And it is pretty brutal. So at opening around 9:45, I saw that on the 5-minute chart, I didn't want to get in on this craziness. I didn't want to get in on this. I felt like I missed my entry on the opening range breakdown, and so I just was patient. And then I saw the first hammer doji, and then the first green candle. Okay, so on that first green candle, I went ahead and took a starter position here around 38, let's just say 38.10. Okay, first starter position at 38.10. I have no idea what my, all right, here you go, 38.10. I took my first partial at about 10 cents, so around 38.20 was right here. This is gonna fill white again. Okay, there you go. 38.20, and then it went all the way down and stopped me out. So I saw this huge red candle, so I took a short position close to VWAP, and I took my first partial. So the first entry at VWAP was just above $38. So I want to say it was maybe 38.2, 38.01. And then I took my first partial very, very close to previous day's close, which is a dashed line. So that was around 37.91. And then it stopped me back out right here for break even. So I flipped long and around 38.10 and took my first partial around 38.25. So that was a 15-cent gain. And then it tanked back down and broke even. So there was a lot of up and down and up and down, and it was just a little frustrating for me, to be honest, but it is what it is. So I was getting small gains and then stopping even on the rest, but there was a decent move here where I wanted to wait a little bit. I wanted a little bit of validation on this one. So this one was a red candle, and then on this next candle I did take a short, and it went down and it went up, and I kind of just broke even. I was just getting frustrated at this point, but then I did re-enter short and then I entered short around 37.90 and took my first partial at 37.80, and then got broke even again right here. And as you can see, after that it went ahead and continued to go downwards without me. So I had small winners here, obviously 10 cent, 15 cent winners, and then breaking even on the rest, which isn't the worst, but it is a little frustrating. So, but the one good trade I had on NIO was later in the day, around, I want to say 10:45. This was my final trade on NIO. It was almost a reversal, so it did continue its downward momentum, and then it started going up. So on the move upwards, it broke. Here's your hammer doji. Let's start getting our markings here. It had this hammer doji, which was nice, and then followed by a nice bull candle, nice green candle here. So after it broke that, I took my first long position right here, very close to $38. Okay, $38 with a stop at around VWAP, if not previous day close. So I got my first 10-cent profit, my first 10-cent partial, excuse me, and then partialed again, and then partialed again, and then partial again, all the way, pretty much all the way to 38.30s, 38.35. So it was about a 30-cent move here. So that was really nice. And then on this pullback, close to this 9 EMA, I did re-add, which brought my cost basis up to about 38.15. And then I took another partial here at 38.34, and then took another partial here at 38.45, another partial here, and then pretty much was all out at 38.50. So finally, NIO had some nice follow through here on the long side after this morning's chop fest, which was this craziness. This choppy stuff was a little frustrating. So the fact that I went back in, I knew it was going to be one of my final trades, right? Here, and then stopping you out. Always break even. I always kept breaking even right here, which was just frustrating. Now, they weren't losses, but it is what it is. So I'm really glad that I finally did have a winner on NIO on the long side. So really glad that happened. This move happened here. So all in all, very good day. No red trades actually. So I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's nice and short. Had some nice gains on X, which is actually the first time I've traded it. Carlos and Thor in this morning's morning show, if you guys haven't followed them already, they're bear bull traders. They say that X is one of those stocks that has really nice follow through. It's not as choppy. So I've never traded it personally, so I wanted to take a start on it today, and it treated me very well. NIO always has a permanent position on my watch list on one of my thumbnails. It's just something that I trade very well, although as you saw in the recap this morning or earlier today, that I was chopped out a little bit in the beginning. I mean, I had some 10-cent gains, but then I would, it would stop me out of break even. 10-cent gains stop me out of break even, and then finally around the 11 o'clock area, that's when I had that nice long position, nice entry around VWAP, and then it just took off. So yeah, I hope everyone traded well today. We are on a Wednesday, so let's see if we can end the week green on Thursday, Friday. So other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it does help the YouTube algorithm promote this video to find other fellow day traders like yourself that's wanting to learn. So when I was first starting off, I know it helped me learn from Shay from Humble Trader, watching Andrew Aziz's recaps, even Ross's recaps from Warrior Trading, seeing where these guys are entering and exiting and when they're taking partials and stuff. That always helped me. So this is just my quick recaps to see if it can reach anyone out there and hopefully help them see where I'm entering and stuff like that. So again, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and then I will see you guys next time.